What is up, all my chosen ones? Jazz Royce back now, guys. I know the market is a little bit stagnant as of right now throughout this past week, but guys, Volt is still looking bullish. Matter of fact, Nasdaq bullish. On top of that, we're entering into July. If you know what that means, we're looking at a Voltish month up ahead. Now, before we begin, guys, please smash that like button, smash the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for me, please, and thank you. So, guys, we've been sitting at close to the 50 million market cap range throughout the last couple of days on Vault, getting close to breaking that zero. We actually touched into the nines, but didn't quite make it there. However, it is all right. We are still sitting quite solid. Now, cutting over to the Twitter, I saw something interesting, man, and it said Voltish change is coming and Nasdaq couldn't sleep on it. So let's go look at what Voltoshi's talking about in this article, guys. So here it is. Volt Inu closer to launching its swap platform with new exciting announcements. Their rise in the blockchain community is a continuous process. The team constantly updates the market with new announcements. The project's about to launch a proprietary swap platform, and its founders are signing major marketing and sponsorship contacts. So guys, let's go scroll through this real quick. Here it is, guys, the upcoming Voltish chain swap platform. This is on Nasdaq's website, guys, doing an article on Volt Inu prior to the big wave that we know is coming to this project. So Voltish Change has already received inquiries about the listing process from dozens of projects. More info should be shared to us in July, which is only about a few days away from now. And as for the moment, Voltish Change will not have any listing fees nor listing requirements. It will be multi-chain like we discussed in the last video, since the modern market relies on several blockchains. Now, the developers are coding Voltish Change in such a way to not only support the hyperinflationary nature of Volt, but to help any existing or future projects by allowing it to become deflationary as soon as it begins to trade on Voltish Change. Nasdaq continued to summarize the progress that Volt Inu has been making in the bear markets, guys. First off, starting with the marketing team, they've been keeping busy, knocking all the targets across the continents, as well as multiple activities in places. Turkey is seeing massive Volt Inu billboards appearing in 12 of the largest malls in the country, as well as in some of the biggest airports of the country. Peru and Mexico have also been among the marketing campaign targets. Park City Farmers Market, which recently opened in one of the wealthiest cities in the US. Volt chose to join this initiative by becoming its main sponsor, guys. As you know, Volt has been non-stop targeting partnerships, ambassadors, exchanges. Speaking of exchanges, remember what's been promised to us: about 7 tier 1 exchanges we should expect to see by the end of the year for Volt. Maybe could it be the ones that we saw in the last Volt video on what it could take speculatively to hit 50 billion market cap by the end of this year? The suspense continues. Now, the sponsorship with the Park City Farmers Market is an agreement to last the entire summer. Now, why would they agree to let it last the entire summer, guys? That's because this summer seems to be where all the big things that we're waiting for Volt to drop starts to emerge. Okay, now we know that we already got 28 exchanges and expected to reach 30 by the end of the summer, which is looking like we're going to probably hit there in the very beginning of summer, because that lets me show that since they're ahead of the target with that, that means there's so much more room being created for other things to launch within summer, guys. We're not even talking about fall or winter. We're still talking about summer. So I'm very curious to see what things are going to be looking like for Volt from right now and even into, like, let's say the end of August. Now, continuing on. Furthermore, New Yorkers have been able to spot 75 buses around the city sponsoring Volt. 75 buses in New York City sponsoring Volts. On top of that, the involvement in the sports community is getting strong and growing over time. Football fans in Argentina are spotting Volt during several events, especially as Volt became a sponsor of one of the biggest soccer teams in Argentina, even attracting famous faces globally in the football territory. So Mauro Bocelli, famous face for Argentinian and global football, has recently become one of Volt's ambassadors, but not only in that sport, as we all know, UFC star Gilbert Burns and other major UFC fighters like Brendan Allen. Ian Heinisch, Big Cat, Derek Brunson, Jocelyn Edwards have recently decided to join the Vault cause as ambassadors. You see what's going on, guys. You see how they continue to build. The ambassadors continue to grow as the partnerships continue to grow. Because why? Everything's getting set in place for the exchanges, guys. We know the exchanges are going to be the big breadwinners for this project, man. And not only that, but with Voltish and Commence, and then getting the support from all these other big projects to make their assets deflationary by trading it on Voltish. And we don't even know what Voltisoft and the Volti ecosystem is going to fully consist of yet. Oh man, I don't have to explain anymore. I think you guys can tie in to what is on the verge right here, guys. There's no doubt in my veins that this Vault bag is probably gonna be one of the best decisions I have made throughout my time in this market thus far. Probably one of the best decisions I've made my entire time on this earth so far. So to summarize, guys, the team is spreading the word about Vault globally. The agreements with several ambassadors, as well as their countless partnerships and centralized exchange listings, are enlarging the market reach of this initiative. Most of all, the market is waiting for the exciting news on Voltish, aka the swap platform for Vault. And this, my friends, was posted officially on Nasdaq this morning, baby. That should just add a little more to your bullish plate. And with a leaving message right here from Voltoshi, he says the plan can't change and it won't change. Just like Diddy would say, can't stop, won't stop, baby. The Volt army is here to take over. Now, with that being said, folks, I'm Jazz Royce. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel. I will catch each and every one of you guys at the top.